Good morning, Vietnam. So this morning we've decided what we're actually going to do is take a trip to a Hindu temple sanctuary called Myson. It's spelled M-Y-S-O-N, but I believe how it's pronounced is Myson. So this morning I woke up to a little bit of a rain shower. Not too bad though, but at least I know it's going to be gone pretty soon. So the Myson Sanctuary is about an hour and 10 minutes away from Da Nang here, our hotel. So we've hired a private car, we're going to head down there, and I'm really looking forward to this. It looks like a stunning area. And after our trip to Marble Mountain the other day, it's something that I'm really looking forward to. So two of the top things that we wanted to do here. So maybe a little bit of breakfast first, but let's get on our way and head down to the Myson temple. So we've arrived down to Myson, the entrance into it here, which is just behind me. So our driver just dropped us off, and thank God for we were trying to sort out about our WhatsApp to see if he could contact me in a minute as to what time to pick us up again, but luckily enough for Google Translate, so the place he dropped us off, I told him through Google Translate just to pick us up in 3 hours again. So hoping that 3 hours is going to be enough. You know, it's the temperature's a little bit lower here, but in the heat anyway, it's, you know, 3 hours is going to be enough going around hopefully. So he'll wait, you know. So what we did is, instead of signing up for one of these tour guides from our hotel, we just got a private car. So it cost us 1 million dong to come down, which is about 40 euros. Now if we were to do it through a tour guide where we're going to be restricted in our time frame and stuff like that, it was costing 40 euros each. Now I know they include a lunch maybe and stuff like that, but you're restricted then to their time scale. So we decided that, look, we just more or less get a taxi down ourselves, and it's costing 1 million dong to come down. So we just got our tickets at the gate here, and the tickets are going to cost you 150,000 dong. So that's 300,000 dong each, a little over, I guess it's probably about, you know, 13, 14 quid, something like that, for the two of us, which is really good. So we enter in just through the gate here, and then once we go through the gate here, I believe there's a shuttle that will just take us directly to the sanctuary then itself, which is just on a little bit further. But very quiet here at the moment, lovely and peaceful. You know, it's a nice area around here. They've got a little waiting area, so I'm guessing it's probably going to get a lot busier later on. But it's 9 o'clock now, something like that. Just a little more than an hour for us to come down. So glad we just got here early. That's the gate behind me that you just come in. So you just hand your tickets into the guy when you're coming in that side, and then straight ahead to the shuttle buses. The Myson area and the Myson temples are actually a World Heritage UNESCO site. It's part of the UNESCO World Heritage, and it's got its roots in Indian culture as well here. So that's where a lot of the temples come from. So I believe it's going back as far as the 7th to around the 12th or 14th century. So I'm really looking forward to this. Beautiful and quiet out here. This is real now countryside, and should be amazing. Just a short little walk and over a little bridge, and we're here at, they have these little golf carts, shuttle areas that's going to take us up to the temple area. Ah, that's lovely. So the cart only takes you a certain distance, but the guy, because Paula was there, and there's a lovely gentleman, a Vietnamese gentleman that's on our cart as well, so he just brought us up a little bit further to take us up closer, to get us a little bit closer. So one of the things that you'll actually notice when you get here is the temperature. So the temperature has gone down a little. Not a whole lot. I mean, it's still, the humidity is still here and it's still very warm, but you know, it's probably dropped, I'd say, maybe a good 5 or 6 degrees, something like that. But beautiful and quiet here now. It's really, really nice and calming. I love this. Just past a couple of cafes here now, and we get our first view of the temples that are ahead of us. And even from this distance, they look amazing. I can see there's a lot of people there, but still going to be well worth it. Coming down on the shuttle, the Vietnamese guy that was with us, so you know, we do our usual pleasantries everywhere we go about thank you and hello. So as we were getting on, the very nice guy that's on the shuttle with us, he says to Paula, "You speak Vietnamese?" And Paula was like, just a little bit. So, obviously the Manchester Vietnamese is a lot stronger than the Cork Vietnamese. They understand her a lot more. And as you could see by her beautifully sallow skin, she looks Vietnamese as well anyway, so. But the people here are just so nice. Ah, look at this, this is beautiful. These look absolutely beautiful. The colour is the deepness of the terracotta that's actually in them. I don't know how much is original and how much is you know, has been restored, but I know it's an ongoing project here as well. It's between a couple of different governments, I think. I know it's the Indian government and the Vietnamese government as well. But if you look at the colours here, so rich and deep, but a lot of, we say the faces that are here, I'm not going to touch them. You know, some parts of it have broken away and stuff like that. I don't know, well, they must be hollow on the inside. So I can see there's kind of doors here, stuff like that. I don't know if you can go into them or not, so we'll take a look. It's not an entrance anyway. We have a lovely guide here who's explaining some of the details that's here. She's got very good English. So what she was explaining to us here is back when the, who's it, the sham?
Whatever the ruler was
yeah.
at the time.
So the ruler back at the time, we say, looking back to the 2nd or the 4th century. A lot of the original bricks that are here, we say the likes of these. You know, some of these bricks that would be here, these are the original bricks. Now, they don't know how they made these bricks. So originally when they came in, like in the 2nd century, when they would have come to the area, a lot of what was built was actually built by wood. So there was a lot of wooden structures, the wooden temples that were built around that time. So then they abandoned them for a while for whatever reason. So after they abandoned them, they came back in another century again, which is about, they reckon, about the 4th century, something like that. So when they came back in the 4th century, they built temples of brick. So these bricks that are here, for whatever reason, they don't know how they actually made them, but for whatever reason, the lichen and stuff like that, a lot of the algae that's actually growing won't grow in amongst these bricks because they didn't use cement. Now some of the newer ones, so what basically happened again is, you know, when they came back, so when the Vietnam War was about, unfortunately, we say going back to like around 1850, something like that, when the French came here, the French discovered all these temples. So the amount of temples that they found, they broke them up into alphabetical A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So apparently they found more than 50 areas. But then when the Vietnam War came, unfortunately now they've only got 3 or 4 left, A, B, C, D, I think, like 4. It was bombed during the Vietnam War, specifically over 1 week. I forget, I don't know what the date was specifically, but after the bombing a lot of the temples were gone. So these ones that are actually left at the moment, and that's what they're saying. For the older stone, the older brick, they don't know what it was built or how it was built or how they made the bricks, because none of the lichen, none of the growth actually really happens in those bricks. But the newer bricks that were put in then, as you can see, any of the newer bricks, there's a lot of growth. You know, the lichen will grow, the algae will grow, and a lot of greenery will grow on it. Guide was telling me that this temple that's behind me here, that was the main temple that they actually had. Now 20 kilometers away here is where the Champa people actually finally settled down and created their capital, if you like. But this area here was only just used, they didn't live here, it was just used as a religious area, somewhere to pray. And you know, so they settled 20 kilometers away from here before they actually moved down south. Here is one of the statues of Shiva, and the head was taken from the statue. They don't know when or by who, but it's never been found. So they have the statue and the head of Shiva is gone. This temple, originally it was a meditation room, but for right now they use it to show some artifacts that were around. Small bit of sprinkle of rain coming down right now, but I have to say this place here was the most magical experience. I think a lot of it is when it's so quiet and everything, and the history of the place, but I got some absolutely wonderful photographs that I want to show you guys, so I think I'm going to put up a few of those. And you know, definitely I think if you're coming to Da Nang or around the area, two of the things that you have to go and see is Marble Mountain, and definitely come here as well. It's absolutely incredible. So me, Son, and Marble Mountain are probably two of the places that are in my top 3 for Vietnam so far. Absolutely gorgeous. So goodbye to me, Son. I will be back and I will see you again. Magical place. There is a slight trickle of rain coming down on us right now. To be honest with you, when we came over to Vietnam, we expected it to be pouring on us every day. We've been very, very lucky with the weather. Really, really lucky. So, you know, for today, just be the first real trickle of rain that we've gotten. No complaints from me. been coming down to this restaurant for the last couple of nights. It's called Tiago. Well, we didn't come down last night. We didn't.
No, we went to the bridge.
But this is our third time down here, and the food is absolutely amazing here. So we looked up for Bonso, and it said this is probably one of the best around, and they weren't wrong. The first night that we came down, it was absolutely amazing. So it's kind of like a Vietnamese pancake is what it's like. So we got the mushroom fried rice as well with it. So the mushroom fried rice and the spring rolls first are absolutely amazing. I mean, you're not going to taste anything that's nicer. It really is good. So yeah, so second to last meal. Tomorrow we head off. We're going to Ho Chi Minh tomorrow. So we said we'd come here for something nice to eat tonight. And yeah, so sad to be leaving Da Nang tomorrow, but we had an absolutely amazing time. 2 fantastic trips between Marble Mountain and today when we went to Isan. So this is what we've been getting when we come here. So we usually just get spring rolls, bansio bo, which is the beef bansio. And basically what you do is you're constructing it. So what we have here is the rice paper, and you get some greens. This is the actual pancake itself, and you just construct it. So you take the bansio and you wrap it in your rice paper, and then you wrap greens around it, or you could put the greens on the inside, dip it into your dip, and down the hatch. Absolutely fantastic. This has been one of our favourite dishes since we came over. As you can see by the big spoon of it taken out already, Paula did not wait. She likes it so much. Yeah, so this one is the mushroom fried rice, and it's absolutely gorgeous, as well as everything else that we got here. Beautiful. I really wish you could taste this because it is so full of flavour. It's amazing. Just spicy enough. I'm not into my onions too much, so leave them for Paula. But an absolute wealth of mushrooms that's in here. But just enough spice. It's absolutely beautiful, I have to say. Beautiful. Other than the shaka lavang that we had in Hanoi, this is probably the nicest thing that I've tasted for the whole Vietnam trip. The first night that we were in here, the guy who's the owner here asked us where we were from, and we told him we were from Ireland. And he actually has a sister who lives in Clonmel in Ireland, not too far from us. Amazing. So yeah, that is the rain coming down. Lovely on the final night. Still lovely and warm, but the rain is coming down. Yeah, so the bill for all that, what we just ate there, came to 275,000, which is probably about 11 quid, 11.50, something like that. Unbelievable feed. I didn't even finish it. Unbelievable feed for that kind of money. Like, beautiful. Some of the nicest food we've tasted, and some of the most reasonable.